What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome back to Juggalo Talk. It's been a while. It's been a couple of months. Joining me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Megs.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
That's the first time you said that.
Is it?
Yes.
I think I refer to you as wonderful Megs in videos, but I guess you might be right. But yeah, welcome back to Juggalo Talk, YouTube's only Juggalo talk show that isn't a talk show, but we're all Juggalos, so let's talk. As you can see by the title, it is The Road to the Gathering. We are less than 2 weeks away officially now, yeah.
Yep.
From the gathering. And I've said it in a couple videos, we are officially going. We've been prepping. We've been doing some packing already. Even got to get ahead of that. Packing sucks, but
you haven't done any packing.
it's true.
It's been all me.
That's true.
I'm the planner.
Well, no, wait a minute. I did help with cleaning out the tent and the shower tent, and we'll help dig out the camping chairs and get them open up, make sure they're good to go.
But that's not packing.
Well, yeah, I'm not much of a packer. I moved around a lot as a kid, so I don't like packing. I hate it, actually. So, how's everybody doing? It's been forever. How's the sound? How's the video? Again, it's been a while, so totally unplanned, just kind of last minute decision to do this. Because we knew we wanted to do a Juggalo Talk before the gathering. We just really weren't sure when. Life catches up with you. You get busy, you get things going on, you get health things that go on, stuff like that. So that's why we haven't been doing one. But we are back. And
trying to get signed. Sorry, it wouldn't let me sign in for the chat, and then it was like, "That's not your password." And I was like, "Bitch, yes, it is. It's been my password for some time."
Yeah, gotta love it when it does that.
And now it's saying there's an issue with YouTube.
Oh, lovely.
So, just trying to get into DCFAYGOGUY's live stream, because I want to watch it.
Want to watch it? Want to see
sent me an email and it was like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Yes, it's me. Let me in." And then it just I don't know what it just did.
Oh yeah, that 2-step verification stuff. It's a nice feature, but it's also an annoying feature. Gage is in the chat. What's up? Now, I know I can totally speak for myself on this. I'm super excited for the gathering, and one of the biggest things is Gage. I know is going to be there. I'm bringing into the Echo side. I'm bringing Quest for Shangri-La. We got to play that at least once. It's a long game, though. There's going to be plenty of downtime. It just
depends on how many people you have playing. If you don't have a lot of people playing, then it's not that long of a game.
Yeah. Well, I anticipate either for day 1, possibly day 2, maybe not, maybe day 3 for sure, having the downtime to where Gage can come by the tent, Carver can come by the tent, Keezy can come by, Chris, which is the third guy I was telling you about that was friends with Keezy and Carver and comes on the show more. So I'm excited to play Quest for Shangri-La. I've only ever played it like maybe 5 times since I've had it.
I feel like we've played at least 3 or 4 times ourselves, which I totally kick your butt every time. Even though, I'm just going to say it, it's not my favorite game.
It's lengthy.
And I just don't... It's not a bad game, it's just not my... I don't enjoy playing it, but I play it, the times that I've played it was for you.
Right.
The first time I was, legitimately curious. Every time I played it after that was only because you begged me to play. And then we went to DCG Con, the Dark Carnival Game Conventions, the first one. We played it there, I think, with Timmy. And then we talked about doing maybe a tournament or something. And I was like, count me out. I'm just not.
Yeah.
It's just not a game I enjoy. I'll play it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I always, because with the way that board game works is there's levels.
Yeah, zones that you have to go through.
Yeah, and I rush through it to the very end. I'm like, I don't give a shit. And I'm like, if I die, I die. But I never die.
Right.
And I just always end up making it to the end of the game somehow.
So
non-intentionally, like I'm just rushing through it, and like somehow I always make it.
I can't remember. I think Gage said he hasn't played it. I'm pretty sure Keezy and Carver said they haven't played it. I forget who it was that brought it up that they wanted to play it at the gathering. It was either Gage or Keezy.
Maybe.
But so the way it works, if you haven't played it, Gage, or if you have, then I'll just say it for whoever hasn't played it. You have like, I want to say somewhere between 8 and 10 like ending cards that randomly get shuffled at the beginning. You don't look at that card.
Every time you play it, the ending changes, which that's cool.
Yeah. It's always a different outcome. So you shuffle it, you don't look at it, you put it like face down in the middle of the game. And the whole point of it is you journey, you quest to Shangri-La because there's a disturbance in Shangri-La and you have to go there to basically like solve whatever's going on.
You know
so there's always a different ending.
It just clicked for me. I think I know why I don't really care for it.
Why?
Because it reminds me of Monopoly and I hate Monopoly.
It can be lengthy.
It is because there's like little like each zone has like little stops like a barber shop or the jail, or it's very similar to Monopoly, not in the sense that you are buying property, but that you land on property and certain property makes you do something.
Right.
And I just hate Monopoly. I have just had really bad experiences as a kid with Monopoly.
Yeah.
And the last time we played it, I think we were like teenagers at Brent's house. I just hated it, but I was like, I'm like outnumbered, so I gotta play it.
Yeah.
But I think that it reminds me of Monopoly. It's not so much Quest for Shangri-La that I don't like.
Yeah. For me, we've only played it maybe 2 times with more than 4 people. Every other time I played it, it's only been with 2, 3, or 4 people. And Quest is a game where you want multiple players, I feel.
2 people, get it over with as fast as possible.
That's what I don't feel like I get to properly play the game because it can be over just like that. So, and something else I should say that I don't like about the game, because it happened a few times when I played with her. Here I am, like, so the zones.
Like doing it the right way.
Right. The zones are split up as Detroit, Nether Void, and the Dark Carnival. So those are the zones you're in. And as you go deeper in, you encounter stronger foes. And every time you beat a foe, you become stronger. So here I am hanging out in Detroit for a while, then eventually moved to Nether Void just to get myself stronger, because one of the outcomes in Shangri-La is that you have to face this really powerful being. So you want to be strong yourself. Here goes Megs rushing into quests, and it's one of the endings where all you literally do is go to the ending, and that's it. She wins. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like hanging out here getting strong, and you get the easy ending.
Because I'm like in the mentality, like, if I get killed, he wins, and the game's over, and I still win.
I know.
Don't do it on purpose.
Well, this game sucked.
There has been, I will say, because you have like character cards, and each character has a unique set of abilities and benefits. It's kind of like the Monopoly version, the Mario Kart Monopoly version we played, where Mario can do a certain thing, Peach can do something, Toad can do something, kind of like that.
Yeah. That'd be a fun game to take, too. Maybe.
Anyways, so I noticed when we went to like Dark Carnival, like the game conventions, or like when we played with a lot of people, we kind of almost fought over characters.
Yeah.
Because when it's just me and you playing, it's like we know what characters we want.
Right.
And I have like 2 or 3 that I will pick from. But when we went to like the game conventions and they're like, ooh, I want this one because it looks cool. I'm like, but that one has the ability I want. Yeah. You know, so that's kind of challenging. And I feel like Quest for Shangri-La is a game that has a lot of rules, a lot of variants, a lot of things that can change from game to game. So if you're playing with people who've never played before, it's probably best to keep the group small, like maybe 4 players top, because then it's just too much. Yeah. It's a lot going on.
Yeah. I'd say that's probably a good idea. But I also know Gage is planning on bringing masks and machetes. I have yet to play it. It literally has sat on the shelf.
Well, also, BZ said in the comments, what about Morton's List? And we both have a copy of Morton's List, but neither one of us have really played it.
Yeah.
When we went to the game convention, they were playing it, but there was something else going on. And, like, we couldn't get there in time because that thing was running late.
Yeah.
So when that got over with, like, we rushed over there because we wanted to see it being played, like, the properly or whatever, right? Because we've never played. They were already like more than halfway through the game, and we had like no idea what was going on. But I mean, I get the gist of it, but I've never played.
Yeah. From my understanding is it literally is just a book of things you have to go do, and you literally just roll the die to see what you have to go do. And then you're supposed to do it.
So Gage commented, have you guys ever played Betrayal at the House on the Hill? Yes. And I will say, because we've played both, it actually is very different from Quest for Shangri-La.
Oh, yes.
Very different. But in like a good way. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like if you like the House on the Hill, then you would probably like Quest for Shangri-La.
Yeah.
But they are very, very different. Like,
yeah, we played it one time, and I thought it was an interesting game. I would have been interested to play it more.
Even though they are different, though, I feel like if you like one, you'd probably like the other.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That type of game.
Because we played it with your one friend, and he had to take it with him, so we didn't really get to play it again after that. We never really had an opportunity.
Like, I've played it 3-4 times, but I'm kind of like, eh.
Okay. I mean, I only played it once, and I was like, yeah, I'd play it again, but just never really had the opportunity to. So.
I feel like, because of the comment, Quest for Shangri-La is definitely something you could get people to play that aren't Juggalos. I will say, like, the Juggalos Against Sanity.
Yeah.
And I know that you don't probably feel this way, but I feel like if you're not a Juggalo, it's just not as fun.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't get the references and stuff.
Right. You can't make a joke about monoxide without really getting who that is.
Don't you feel like Quest for Shangri-La, like, you don't even need to know anything about that psychopathic or ICP, and you would enjoy the game.
To me, Into the Echo Side and Quest both are like that. I feel like they're basic enough of games just chocked full of ICP lore that you don't need to understand.
But I feel like there's a lot of references Into the Echo Side because all the character cards.
Yeah.
I feel like with Quest for Shangri-La, the only thing that would like be like that is your character cards. Because like some of the character cards are like Cemetery Girl, okay, for instance. So obviously if you're a Juggalo, like you would get that reference. Right. But even if you weren't, like it's not tied to the game. Like you get a character card sheet, like separate, that says like what her abilities are and her disadvantages and everything. So you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like you don't have to even be in that culture, Juggalo world to even play that game. I feel like anybody could enjoy that game.
For sure.
If you like Monopoly or, like Candyland, you would like Quest for Shangri-La.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like where you have to go through levels like that. And
I don't know if I would say somebody who likes Monopoly may not like this because it's more of an adventure game, I think.
No, it's so much like Monopoly.
It's not really though.
The only thing that's different is you have like a health bar.
Yeah.
So if you end up like landing on a certain space and someone's like, yo, I want to beat you up, and you're like, okay, let's fight, then your health bar might go up or down. Like that's really the only difference.
You can run out of lives. You can literally die in this game.
You can die in Monopoly if you run out of money and property.
I mean, true, but I mean,
you're out, man.
But you're playing. Like, you're kind of playing against the board as well as other players.
What if you get like sent to jail in Monopoly and then you get shanked and you die in jail?
I've never had that happen. I've never drawn that chance card, but
well, you haven't played with the right people, so.
Yeah, I think you would. The bad thing about Quest for Shangri-La is getting a copy.
It can be long too.
Yeah, it can be, but it can be quick too. It's one of those games where, depending on how you play it, depends on how long it takes. And it's one of those, I feel like it's one of those where if you have just a specific gaming setup, you can leave it and come back to it very easily. Like, you don't have to sit and play it all the way through.
So just want to go over real quick, like, our itinerary for this live stream so people kind of know. I think we should do, this is in no particular order, but we want to do a timeline highlighting game for the gathering. We both have printed off the timeline for the gathering, and we've kind of highlighted what we want to go to. And we do this every year we go to the gathering. We like do it separately, like what we are interested in. And then we kind of come together and we make like a master copy.
Yeah.
And we're super nerdy. We laminate it and we take it to the gathering with us. Go ahead, blow your shit all you want.
Like,
But
literally.
listen, when you're like it's sweaty and hot and you got drinks and beverages and sticky fingers, like a laminated copy of the timeline, like we got to be here by 3, we got to be here by 5,
Right.
like it's helps. So we got it over here, and we're gonna like make a master copy of everything that we both want to go do, and then we'll laminate and take that with us. And usually we laminate the map on the backside so that we have both.
Yeah, we usually do, don't we?
And then I think, like, for the most part, we really kind of hang out together a lot at the gathering. We don't really, like...
No.
We really haven't had anything where, like, you wanted to go do this and I wanted to go do this, so we split, I think maybe, like, once.
I think, yeah, that only happened one time at Bull. I'm pretty sure it was at the Super Gathering, and I mainly think it was me just wanting to go to the merch booth real quick. That's really the only times we've ever separated is when I wanted to go run to the merch booth.
Yeah.
Like, when we went to Gathering 17 and we were at the seminar, I think it was, they had said that it was one of the Twisted releases that they had. It was the last time Twisted played. And it was an exclusive that you could only get at the Gathering. So, like, rumors were spreading that, oh, Twisted finally has such and such. I think it was Trapped, the EP they came out with. Mm-hmm. So I, like, took off to go get that real quick and then came back.
I just feel like that's one thing I really love about you, and one thing that makes me feel so blessed to have you as my husband is that I feel like you're my best friend.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's like some people dread going home, or they're like, oh my God, like my spouse has like spent so much time with me. I need like a girl's day. I need a day alone. Like I have never had that with you where I felt like, oh my God, I need a break. I truly love spending time with you. We both work, so we have time apart. It's not like we both work from home or something. That might be different.
Right.
If we both work from home. But every time we've ever went to the gathering or anything, like, I just truly enjoy spending that time with you. And it's kind of like a vacation, really. Like, I've never had that feeling. And I just feel so blessed. Yeah. Because I feel like I got to marry my best friend.
Well, I mean, it's so much of the fact that the one time I went to the gathering without you, like, that first day was bad. It was horrible. It took me a while to kind of get in the in gathering mode.
Like I wanted you to have fun, but I'm low key like a little bit jealous that I couldn't be there. So I'm glad to hear that you like missed me.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a horrible time for the first day.
We only have 3 things really on the itinerary, and that's one of them. We're gonna just kind of discuss a little bit about what we're packing and the videos that you can expect from us before the gathering. And then the hat giveaway that is very, 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 very late, and I'm sorry.
Nobody man's out there like super happy, like finally. He's hit me up a few times. Hey, any word on that giveaway?
Bro. Okay, look. I got COVID. I got COVID again. I had a respiratory infection. Like really rough time at work the last few, like that. I have some issues at work, and it's just taking a toll on me physically, emotionally. Right. And really haven't been doing videos and life just, So that's really the 3 main things. I don't know if you want to do like the hat giveaway first and like get it out of the way.
I say go for it.
And then we can do like the timeline game, and then we can end off with just kind of like what we're packing, what you guys can expect before the gathering, because we have videos planned.
Yep.
Okay. So.
One thing I do want to say real quick though is I'm live streaming directly from YouTube, so we won't be able to screen share and show the timeline. So I assume everybody has seen it.
Yeah. Well, one day at a time. Do the giveaway first.
Right. I just wanted to put that out there.
So I'm gonna take a book out of DC's page and just do the random.org thing, and just put in how many comments there were. I hit generate, and then I go over to my video, which is the St. Patrick's Day giveaway.
Yeah, that's how long ago that was.
Sorry.
Oh man.
I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to count.
1. Do it just like that. Just like that.
Okay. So the winner is Juggalo Collectibles. And his comment was, please enter me in the giveaway. And his video suggestion was more Juggalo channel video reactions, which I'm totally down for.
Like reacting to Juggalo
I gotta
channels?
get him on board. Yeah.
Oh man, that could be bad though. Because what if it's a channel we don't like?
No, it could be like a music video or.
Okay. I was saying, if we're reacting to Juggalo channels, like.
I got a couple more. I got more music video reactions, more giveaway, our thoughts on old CD albums, more art reviews.
Wait, more CD
album cover reviews, more retro shit. I got you, boo. Because my whole house looks like.
So wait, are they wanting CD album reviews from me or from you?
This is for me.
Okay.
Or
from
us.
You, okay.
No, like some of them is saying us.
Gotcha.
Like someone commented like more concert footage. But then someone will say like more reactions from you guys.
Okay.
So I think it's like both.
Very nice.
Just more content period, and like, boo, I know. I'm bad, okay? Meg's opinion on DC song reviews.
DC song reviews.
Because Meg's opinion on DC song reviews. So maybe you need to have me on your channel more.
I don't understand that, I guess.
Someone put they want us to
that.
bring back the lunch vlogs.
Lunch with Megs and DC.
Oh, this is a really good one.
This kind of took that place a little bit.
This guy like Juggalo Lotus.
Juggalo's BD John?
J. John, yeah.
Okay.
He went above and beyond. Dude. He put like 10 suggestions, okay? Lunch reviews or lunch vlogs. More reviews. This is a really good one. Your favorite merchandise you have.
Ooh, that's good.
So we can like go in our closet and like pick out like our top 5 and like lay them out and do like a sports thing, you know, like
yeah.
What do they call those? Like those fake football games. What do you call those?
Like fantasy?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like where like you have like 2 competing ones and then they're like
like tournament.
We could like do a battle of like the merchandise.
So that's actually an idea I'm already working on with Juggalo Collectibles.
No, I'm talking about with me.
Right. What I'm saying is we could do that too, because when I originally had the idea to do that with Juggalo Collectibles, my thought was to have more than just me and him compete. Him compete with someone else, me compete with someone else, you compete with someone else. Like, just to collaborate with a bunch of people, because I feel like that's one thing missing in the Juggalo YouTube community is more like just coming together.
And competing. Gotcha.
In a friendly way, you know what I'm saying?
Face paint tutorials.
I don't do those.
Concert. We could though.
I don't paint my face enough.
No, but do you remember when I did Shaggy's Freddy Krueger for Hollow Wicked?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's definitely
let me just say, I'm even surprised myself. Okay,
that's definitely something for your channel.
I like looked in the mirror and I was like, "Bitch, it was scary. You did a good job.
You did good, boo. You did good.
You did good." But that was like the best I've ever like. I've never come close to that.
Well, I really liked your zombie ICP paint you did, or was it Twisted? Your zombie paint you did for American Psycho.
I had actual staples from Freak Show.
Yeah.
I had took like staples and cut them so they weren't as long, and like spirit glued them after I painted up like all the way through with silicone, liquid latex.
Yeah.
And so like I actually peeled the liquid latex away first and then made it bloody and then like glued on. Yeah, I remember that.
That was my favorite that you did.
God, but okay. That was a worse to like take off though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. The Freddy Krueger was probably worse.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it like stained my face a little bit. Playing Quest for Shangri-La, that's something we haven't done.
That's totally relevant to what we were just doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have to before the gathering, just so Gage can kind of see how it's played. He can go to the gathering already knowing how to play.
Like a story time on merch that we missed out on or passed on, but which we had.
Oh.
I really only have one.
Oh, I have a couple, and I know a really big one, like right off the top of my head.
I only have one that I missed out on, and I like just really regret it.
Was it going to the gathering in 2018? I suppose we should save it for the actual video.
That was a whole thing, bro.
Yeah, we should probably save that.
I was so sour about not going, but it was like my job was literally like, if you go, like you're gonna be fired.
Yeah.
And we don't rehire until a year has passed, so you can't even apply for a year. And I'm like, fuck, like what am I supposed to do? Lose my job? At the time, like looking back, I wish I would have just done it, but yeah. Adventures of DC and his pigtails. Totally down for that.
Can't do that anymore. Chop my hair off.
More music reactions. Okay,
I've done a fair amount, and some of them do okay.
But we haven't, and we haven't done them on my channel.
Right.
Would love to see stuff where you guys have like a $40 budget and have to go out and buy things that remind you of your partner or other categories.
That's easy. But yeah, I like that idea.
It might be fun, like themed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe we do like a $50 like gift basket for the gathering or something. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. More concert footage, foot pictures, bring back Sink or Float.
Oh my gosh. Somebody. It's funny that I brought the mug that I used to do Sink or Float with. I was like needing a cup and my Yeti was dirty, so I just like filled this up with water.
So you have a way to contact Juggalo John?
Yes.
Okay.
And Juggalo Collectibles.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. Juggalo Collectibles 1. It's just Juggalo John had like such a good like comment. That's what I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so time to get on to the game. I'm gonna move.
Time for the main event.
Well, no, I'll leave the hat there.
Whoop whoop! Ivy Killer and Dog Chaos. I see you guys in the chat. I know we're doing bad about interacting with the chat, just a tiny bit. Chat got quiet.
Oh my god, DC put 2 different highlighters on his.
I did. So the blue is what I want to see for sure. Yellow is what I'm interested in seeing. Y'all can't see that at all, but that's okay.
So
we're about to go over it right now.
Wednesday. What you got?
I literally don't have anything until the nighttime for main stage. I definitely want to go see Hex. Definitely got to go see Kung Fu Vampire. Hey, Kung Fu Vampire. We're in Double Dragon. I would love to see Double Dragon, but they won't bring Buckshot back. And then I want to see Nodus. Like, I'm not a huge Isham fan, but everyone talks about Nodus and how good they are. I should probably listen to some before we go.
I only have 2. I have the Mr. Juggalo pageant. I feel like that would be fun to go watch. Not that I'm like looking. I'm just saying. And then Kung Fu Vampire for sure. I gotta go see him. So you said you wanted to go see Hex?
Hex, yep. Oh, I totally forgot Clockwork E. They're making Clockwork E and Nodus. Yeah. Clockwork E, which is right before Hex. They're like buzzing right now. Everyone's like really feeling Clockwork.
Okay, none of that conflicts with anything because the Juggalo pageant's at 5. And then the concerts that we were wanting to go see start at 7:30 and then go on till like midnight.
Yeah. I think on my pictures, because I highlighted on the picture that I wanted to, I was interested in Benny Buttons because I hear a lot of people talk about Benny Buttons a lot as well.
I'm going to do the Clownvis after party if we're awake and feel like we could make it.
I have that as an interested, so definitely.
If we're still like
if we're still functioning, yeah.
Is that all you have for that whole day?
Oh, and then the Welcome Home Parade is at 4 p.m. at the info tent. It's right there at the bottom of day 1. I think that'd be interesting to
What is that?
They're like gonna do a parade apparently, like through the gathering grounds. So I don't know if you'd be interested in being a part of that or just going and seeing part of it. Like maybe they're gonna throw candy at everybody. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So that's it for day 1. Wednesday.
Real freak, I am not going to be in the Mr. Juggalo pageant. No, sir.
Why not?
No, sir. Because Not doing it.
That's the real reason we're gonna go, because he's gonna be in it.
She's gonna secretly sign me up. They're gonna be like, and now we have contestant number 17, DCFAYGOGUY. And I'm in the crowd like, what?
Go. I'll be one of those pageant moms. Do the pose.
You go up there and you win this competition. Or you get no ice cream.
Like lip syncing in the crowd.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Okay, day 2.
Day
Thursday.
2. Definitely.
Have
Oh, you go first this day.
the Juggalo flea market.
That's right. Gage can impersonate me. He's like DC Shasta guy. He's my doppelganger.
So I have
Oh,
that.
you gotta cut your hair off, Gage, because I don't have long hair anymore.
And then I have obviously Wicked Clowns from Outer Space.
Yep.
They'll be on stage singing. And then I have the Ninja Olympics. If we're awake, I would like to go to that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay. So for my day 2, this is why I say I think day 2 will be when we end up
And also,
playing the most games.
if we don't have anything else going on, I want to go to the wet t-shirt contest.
Oh,
Wet t-shirt contest.
Really? So I didn't. Where's the wet t-shirt contest at?
I'm gonna
that's a
paint
fun
little
one.
aliens over my nipples and go.
Well, you better go win the big prize.
Huh?
Is there a prize? I think there is a
I
prize.
assume there's something.
So for my day 2, obviously at the blast off stage.
Oh wait!
What else did you miss?
Into the Echo Side.
Oh, the tournament. Oh yeah. See, that conflicted with what I wanted to do, so I didn't
care.
highlight
We're going and we're playing because we're both really good at that game.
I gotta go to the Juggalo podcast event.
We'll go after the
I
tournament.
gotta go to it, man. The homies are gonna be there. Declan Delt's gonna be there. Replicon Radio's
But
gonna be
your
there.
other
Fagel Lovers
homie's gonna be at the
podcast is gonna
tournament.
be there. Huh?
This homie's gonna be at the tournament.
Are you actually gonna enter?
I want to. Yeah.
Yeah?
I thought you said you wanted to too.
I was interested. I just
Because I
they
thought
just
you
put it
said-
on a day where I wanted to go to something else really badly.
But I thought you said that we should both enter
right,
and sit at
separately.
different tables separately, and we'd have a better chance of winning. That's what you said. So why would I assume anything else?
Oh yeah. Gage is right. SON and Mad Max are performing. It's not officially on a stage. It's at someone's campsite, like a Big Balla's site. But SON is the new artist on LLE, which is Al Azul Ilu's label, where the Super Famous Fun Time guys are signed to. So I would be interested to go see him as well, and Mad Max, which Mad Max has done stuff with Low Key a lot. So I'm super interested in those, but it's like after main stage, and again, it's on. It's not actually on a stage. It's like at a Big Balla site, I believe. And I forget what time it is. It's gonna be like super late, so I'm hoping to be awake enough for that.
How do you feel about Texas Hold'em?
My uncle burnt me out on that so bad. I have no desire.
Okay.
Not only that, but that'll cut into my podcast time. I want to go to the podcast.
Bro, you listen to the podcast every day.
Exactly, it's my chance to be on it, man. I get to be famous.
Well, what would be the difference between like watching it live and watching it live from home?
Because no, you don't watch it live. Like you can actually go up and talk to them and basically be on their show.
That you would do that into the Echo Side tournament?
Yes. To go be YouTube famous with Declan Delt, you bet your horse's ass I would.
Okay. Well, I guess we're separating for that hour.
This may be a first time we separate.
Just take this off and go to the tournament.
No, you leave that on. It's got a tracking device in it. That's how we know where we are. But yeah, I would love to go to the Juggalo podcast. I originally wanted to go to the
I
Echo Side.
highlighted both.
Okay.
So that I'll go to the Echo Side tournament all by myself, all alone, lonely, and just
Well, I guess I want to
by
know.
myself.
I want to look at the map. I want to see how far the blast off stage is from the movie tent. I'm pretty sure the movie tent's going to be up back where it was before, like at the top of the hill. If it's not, then I would definitely be down to like.
Do you want to do the cornhole tournament? Because I feel like you would be really good at that.
Where's that even at?
It's at the same stage that the podcast is going to be at.
Oh, you're right. You're right. The Reno Riders Alien Pro. Oh, I would actually be down. Yes, I would actually be down for that.
Yeah, because I feel like you would be good at cornhole.
See, this font is so small. I didn't even
He
see
likes
it.
to practice cornhole a lot.
I like cornholing. Oh shit. Juggalo to BD John with that $5 super chat says whoop whoop for me and the wife. Hope you guys are good. Are you guys gonna keep gathering? Are you guys gonna keep gathering? Did the lineup live up to what you wanted? Yes, we are actually going to the gathering, and that is what we're doing right now. Is going over the timeline and discussing everything we want to go see. And Juggalo's BD John, I don't. You tuned in a little bit late. Megs loved all your suggestions for the giveaway for the hat. Unfortunately, you didn't win the drawing.
You went like above and beyond, man. Thank you.
She loved every suggestion. So
we're gonna try to knock out a few.
But yeah, shout out to Juggalo's BD John on the $5 super chat. Shout out to Razael for becoming he is a member. See, this thing is weird. It's because he's a member. It's much clown love to all, and to all a good night. Thank you, Razael. Razael Claus.
So after the cornhole tournament.
Yes. I mean, I would be interested in Sponge. I've never heard their music before. They're like a rock band.
Okay.
Do you remember Heart and Soul off of Yum Yum Bedlam?
Yeah.
The guy singing on the hook, that's the guy from Sponge.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested in seeing
Wicked Clowns from Outer Space, and then Ninja Olympics.
I have Zackass and I have R.A. the Rugged Man highlighted as interested. Zackass is a guy from the Jackass crew. He's a comedian, so it's a comedy show.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll be funny or
I didn't know that they were even doing comedy shows this year.
Yeah, just the
one. I
one.
had no idea.
Just the one that I know of. So I have those. Ari the Rugged Man. I've seen him before. He did great at Whoopstock, so I'd be interested in seeing him again. And then you said the Ninja Olympics, right?
Oh yes. Did you even read what that was about?
Yes. All 3 nights I highlighted it just in case we want something to go do. We're not too tired. But I'm interested in the laser tag, and I'm also interested in Bizarro World. I feel like laser tag would be fun. They're doing it at night. And it's been forever since I played laser tag. I played it as a kid, and we never played it at dark. It was always in the daytime, so the infrared didn't work right.
Maybe Friday night?
Yeah, possibly. We could leave. Yeah. We could go do a little bit of laser tag and then maybe check out Bizarro World, whatever. Yeah, because I'm not a big Mad Child fan at all.
So moving on to Friday.
Day
3, I have Juggalo Catch 21, Tom Woods Art Battle, Juggalo Newlywed Game, and the Costume Contest.
Okay, I also highlighted Tom Woods. I also highlighted the Juggalo Newlywed, and I also highlighted the Costume Contest.
Because listen.
Excuse me.
I'm thinking about entering the costume contest.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what my costume is because that would spoil it.
I know.
But I broke my hand in several places, and I can't use a glue gun. I'm trying to get this guy to help me make it, and it's just not working. And
so
I just don't feel like you care, and I feel like I'm bugging you constantly.
I'm just
and
not
then
crafty.
Yeah, but for me, for your boo.
Even in Minecraft, I'm not crafty.
You should do it for your boo.
I know, but I'm just not crafty. I suck at crafts.
So, if the costume's not done in time, then your boo's not going to get to enter.
So what you're saying is
that's because you didn't help her.
So if it's not done in time, it's because of me.
And her dreams will be crushed.
What if we do the Juggalo Newlywed Game and we really kick butt, and then you realize, my boo is actually really good and does care about his boo and knows his boo really good.
And then I cried during the costume contest because I wanted to enter and I couldn't.
Yeah.
It really hurts my hand. I can't do very much. I need help.
I will try. I will tell you what, I will try. But I suck at crafts.
It's half done. It's halfway there.
Okay.
I can't stop now.
Okay.
When ICP goes on stage the final time. You'll see me out there partying with dancing. What's going on?
Cha. Okay, so then jumping into the intergalactic stage, the main event stuff.
The Ritz?
Yeah.
I know you want Ritz, probably.
I got Ritz. I got Hatchet Man Project. I got Whitney Payton, and I got Ritz.
I just have Whitney Payton.
Oh, really?
But
Max.
I would go to Ritz with you.
Max Sabbath too. That's gonna be so fun. Max Sabbath.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And then of course Yellow Wolf. And the reason why I say we have to go see Yellow Wolf is because at Woopstock, everybody knows what happened. That shit was fucking crazy.
What happened?
That was the first year that everyone decided to go really crazy with the fucking fireworks, and Yellow Wolf was performing and actually challenged the crowd to shoot him with a firework. And there's one of them that like they shot it up and it went off like right by him. He just kept going though, dude. That shit was dope. So Yellow Wolf, considering this is right around the time of the 4th of July, you know there's going to be fireworks out the ass. And I'm sure Yellow Wolf remembers he challenged the Juggalos once before. Guarantee you he's probably going to do it again. Or Juggalos remember it and will just instantly start shooting them at him. Which should be interesting because if he's like not wanting to risk his life this time around. Is that your copy or the master?
This is the master.
Okay.
So, day 4, Saturday.
Whoa. Did we finish?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the laser tag was
Unless you want to watch Ouija, man.
I mean, I may just hang out at main
yeah,
stage.
you're like a secretly big fan.
Of his stage show, he does great.
I know you be singing
his
Dead
music
Man
is
in the shower. I hear you.
That's actually one song of his I like.
What was it one day we were like driving and I was like, hey Siri, play Ouija Max. Chavez.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was like the first one that came on.
Right. Well, I think you were trying to listen to Ghost, right? Or something. Because I told you like how that song was and how annoying it was. Just so you were wanting to hear it.
Okay. So.
But it's almost like, so like going and seeing Ouija Mac would almost like be going and seeing your kids graduate from elementary school. Because like the next generation of Juggalos are going to be there. So I don't know.
Just stop.
It would be interesting. I do think he kills it on the stage though.
So okay, so I'll say this because I've seen him the only time I think I've seen him perform was at Hollow Wicked. Oh no, I've seen him twice perform.
You've seen him a few times.
No, I've seen him 3 times at the prom show.
Yeah, prom show.
Okay, so but the first time I seen him perform, was it the first time at Hollow Wicked?
Hollow Wicked. I'm pretty sure he was at Fury Fest.
Okay, well it was Hollow Wicked one year. It was the year that I dressed up as an alien for Hollow Wicked.
Oh yeah, very fitting.
And I will say that Ouija has a really good stage presence.
Yeah.
And he was doing songs that like weren't his, like cover songs, and bro, he fucking killed it. Like I truly enjoyed, like when he sang that family song, like We Are Family.
Yeah.
I truly enjoyed like that whole experience.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not into his music,
right?
Like he did a really good job.
Right. And that's where I'm at. Like he's not my cup of tea, but you know he grinds his ass off.
But
his ass off.
When he was like really, really new, before like people started liking him. And we've seen him at the prom show. You remember that?
Oh, he was already popular then at the prom show.
No, bro. Nobody was dancing to him. Nobody. There was 2 people, and they were like somebody's like mom. Remember that?
I think you're thinking of Hollow Wicked 2018.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Same venue, but different
Same venue, but it was like way, way, way before that.
Yeah, that was 2018. That was when he first signed.
Yes. Everybody was like, who is this guy? Like, nobody was, I felt so bad because he was up there, like, killing it. Like, I mean, he was given, like, major energy. And there was literally 2 people, like, 2 older women dancing in the front. And, like, nobody else anywhere. No one was even, like, nodding their head. And he just kept going. He just did his thing the whole set. He did the whole set, and that was that.
Yeah.
But then the Hollow Wicked we seen after that, at the actual, like, that big venue we went to with, where I was just,
yeah, he's definitely grown.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, that was the first time I seen him in concert. And I just remember, like, I didn't even know who he was, really. I didn't even hear his music, but I just felt so bad for him because it was like, He's putting everything he has into this performance, and then like he didn't give up. He didn't like let it discourage him. He just did his thing.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to grind. You got to hustle. You got to pay your dues, right?
Day 4, Saturday.
Yes.
The end game. I have ICP a mystery seminar.
Hopefully, it's something good.
And then the only other thing well, hang on. I know you're gonna want Chris Calico, so I'm gonna go ahead and highlight it.
Yep. You are right.
The only other thing I have is the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 2.
Yes.
Do you have anything else?
I have Alien Ant Farm as a maybe. Because I really only know the one song.
Well, they're right
from
by
them.
each other, so you might as well get there early and see them.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and the only other thing I literally have 4 things highlighted for day 4. It's the ICP Mystery Seminar, Alien Ant Farm, Chris Calico, and Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 2. That's all I have highlighted.
So I'm just going to go over it real quick. Like a recap. If I miss anything, let me know.
Okay.
Day 1, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Juggalo pageant. DC will be there, so y'all need to show up and support him and cheer him on.
I'm not entering.
He's going to do the Juggalo pageant.
I'll be there, but I'm not going to enter.
I don't know who's before Hex. I can't read it.
Clockwork E.
Okay, and then Hex, and then Kung Fu Vampire, and then Nanas.
Nodus. It's Satan backwards. I don't know if that helps.
And then possibly Clown Elvis. Pitch Black, Flashlight, and Glow Stick. Blast Off Party! If we're awake.
If we are alive.
We also have the Welcome Home Parade at 4.
Yep.
And possibly free tattoo?
No.
Yeah! I'll get my first tattoo at the gathering!
That's on you, boo. I'm not saying I don't trust him, but I'm just saying.
You gotta go day 1 so he's not like tired and like
drunk
and hungover.
You gotta be the first person there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the heroin. I don't do heroin. I don't do any drugs besides caffeine. That's it.
That's not true. You also do sugar. Day 2, Thursday.
Like that?
Sugar is too a drug.
Why you gotta put me on blast like that?
Bro, you begged me. Could we please get ice cream?
I'm
you want ice cream? Can I go get ice cream? Will you go get ice cream?
I will go get it. Just let me go. Just say yes. You can go get ice cream.
See?
I'm like a child.
Sugar addict.
Not true.
Yes, true.
Not true.
Yes.
Nope, because I've actually cut out a lot of sugar.
Sugar makes everything tastes better.
I've cut out a lot of sugar though. My coffee creamer is sugar free.
So if a heroin addict cuts his heroin down in half, is he still not a heroin addict?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
What makes him an addict is needing to have it. I don't need to have sugar. I need to have coffee.
You don't need sugar?
No.
You think you can go without sugar?
I have. My coffee is literally 0 sugar, creamer, and that's it. I don't put any sugar in it. I just brew up my coffee, pour my 0 sugar creamer in there, mix it like that. Bob's your uncle.
So
it's coffee.
This bet we're going to be doing here. How many days do you think you can go without sugar?
Well, now, you're basically insinuating that I have to eat nothing that has sugar in it.
Yeah, that would be the bet. No sugar. You said no sugar.
Okay, fine.
How long do you think you can go without sugar?
A while.
So, no Frosted-Chinos, no iced coffees.
I'll just make them at home.
No Caramelicious.
I'll just make them at home.
No, what was that you used to always get? Macchiato or something like that.
Yeah. Caramel
no
macchiato.
Ice cream. But your vitamins have sugar in it too. Those gummies you take.
I haven't been taking them. I literally take my blood pressure medicine and my stool softener. That's it.
Bro. On the live stream.
Yeah. We were talking about bidets 3 or 4 episodes ago. I think we're beyond that.
I'm a little bit disappointed that nobody submitted a video for that bidet video we were talking about doing. I mean, I was really looking forward to those entries, and not one person submitted one. I'm just saying. I thought we would get at least a couple. But no, I mean, like, sugar's in like so many foods. It would be really hard to go completely sugar free.
But what I'm saying, I don't actively add sugar to anything. And in fact, I have a lot of sugar-free items that I ingest. Oh, and by the way, Gage, the Faygo is diet, so technically there's not even sugar in that.
But when you do the Faygo floats, there was sugar in it.
Hey, when's the last time I did one?
I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm gonna get sugar-free
I'm
ice
just
cream
saying to say that
and
you're
eat it in
not.
front of you.
You that like you don't need sugar. Like you do need sugar. Like it's in like everything. It's kind of like.
But to the degree of you saying that I'm addicted to it,
I mean, you kind of are.
I'm not.
I am. We both kind of are.
I'm not. Your body needs a certain amount of it. Not a lot.
You would be going no sugar. Would be not even consuming fruit.
I know.
That's like your body needs those nutrients.
Well, you're telling me that I shouldn't eat it, so I'm not eating anything healthy.
When did I once say that you shouldn't eat sugar?
You said that I'm an addict to it, so.
I said you're a little bit an addict because your coffee addiction, not at home. Your coffee addiction and your ice cream addiction. What do you think is the main ingredient that makes both of those things so damn delicious?
I'm going to say the cream.
Sugar. That's the common denominator.
I'm going to say the cream, which I'm sure is a lot of sugar.
So I'm just saying, like, you're always craving that.
Oh, Gage is right. The randoms that are spraying Faygo.
And addicts crave, you know. So in a sense, we're both kind of addicted to sugar because we get sweet cravings.
Yeah. Sweet teeth. Sweet tooth. Sweet teeth. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Tooth. Sweet tooth.
Okay.
Sweet.
Where were we at? Day 2, Thursday. I got the Juggalo flea market and the podcast super show.
Yeah.
Which I think DC is going to hit that. And I'm going to go into the Echo Side tournament. And then there's the Quest for Shangri-La tournament. And then after, there's the Reno Riders cornhole tournament and the wet t-shirt contest.
Yep.
Sponge will be performing at 7 p.m. We got the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space at 10. We got Zackass at 11. R.A.
The Rugged
Man. And then at 1 a.m., if we are awake, I would really like to go see the Ninja Olympics.
Yep.
Day 3, which is Friday. We have Juggalo Catch 21, Tom Wood's Art Battle, the Juggalo Nun Game, the Costume Contest.
The Juggalo Newlywed Game. I just wanted to correct you because it's not the Nun Game.
Okay, the Juggalo Newlywed Game.
There you go.
The Costume Contest. Why couldn't you just, like, say that? Why are you going to be all, like, giggling over there?
I don't know.
And then, is it Hatchet Man?
Hatchet Man Project. So what they do...
I can barely read that. And then the Whitney Payton, Ritz, Max Sabbath, Yellow Wolf, and then possibly a Ouija Mag, and possibly Laser Tag and the Bizarro World. Day 4 and the final day, well, not really, but day 4, Saturday, the Ned Game, ICP's Mystery Seminar, Alien Ant Farm, Chris Calico, and Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 2. And then technically there is a 5th day, which is Sunday, but we have to be out by noon.
Well, I'll say there's nothing going on anyways that day.
Oh yeah, there is. People are saying goodbye.
Well, I mean, there's no events.
They're like bye,
official.
bitch, and then this other guy's like bye.
I'm gonna
they're like packing their stuff up. People are having breakfast together.
I don't know if this will sell you on them, but what the Hatchet Man Project is they are basically a cover band who performs old Psychopathic and ICP songs, but as a rock band. So they rockify a lot of ICP songs.
That sounds cool.
And I know you're into rock bands, so.
I haven't been inside any rock band, but yeah.
So I feel like you would enjoy that show. Maybe we should look up some things.
Yeah.
Even. Yeah.
Yeah, if we're not doing anything, like, I'm down to go see a new artist. Like, that's the whole point. Like, that's the whole thing about like the gathering is discovering new.
Yes.
So it looks like as far as gaming with our homies, Wednesday is really going to be the only day that we're going to have free time.
Yeah, Wednesday during the day. I would actually say Thursday even.
So Wednesday will be free until 5 p.m. So we have lots of time to mingle and play games at our campsite.
Yep.
And then
Thursday
and Friday will be free until like noon. And then really Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday would be a good one too. And honestly, Thursday, because you said you wanted I don't have the master copy, but Thursday after the wet T-shirt contest, there's nothing really going on after that, right? Oh, I think I put Sponge on there, yeah. But like, if we even just go see Sponge, and I'm like, okay, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
And then we go back to our tent and play some games for a little bit until the Wicked Clowns. I'm down for that too. Because you know ICP is not going on right at 9:45. They're going to be late.
So the last thing on our itinerary, I just want to kind of wrap it up because it's almost been an hour, is what we're packing and what kind of videos you can expect from us before the gathering. So I have this vision of putting out about 4 or 5 videos before the gathering of kind of like what we're packing, what we're bringing, and just it's not like a how-to video. It's not like
a guide.
Like, cause we talked about this. We didn't want it to be a guide or like you need to bring these things. We don't want it to be that. It's more of like this is what we're bringing.
Yeah, just give you an idea.
And hopefully it might give some people some ideas or help you think of something else.
Yeah.
And for the new Juggalos who this is their first gathering, it could be really helpful to them. And even for like Juggalos who've been to a lot of gatherings, they might see something that we do and be like, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, it's nice to watch those things. When we went to our first gathering, we watched videos and like kind of knew what to expect before we went. And I feel like going to 3 gatherings, we have a little bit of experience of like, what did we bring that we didn't need? What did we wish we would have done differently? And I feel like this time is going to be like the best camp setup.
Yeah.
Because we have we got it down now.
Yeah.
After the first 2.
It also feels like to me though, doing these videos is also an opportunity for people that have been to every one of them to be like, oh, this is what I do. Mm-hmm. And we could be like, oh, take their idea with what we already do and combine them and make a new idea, baby.
So my hope is that people did I catch that right? Okay.
Yes.
My hope is that people will comment in the comment section and start conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good idea, but to make it even better, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Or, and it can kind of be like a community basically of like just sharing tips and advice and stuff. But it's not going to be a guide to the gathering. It's just going to be like, this is what we're packing. Just sharing kind of thing. So I wanted to do a what we're packing food video. I do have a couple of really good tips for making your cooler last the whole gathering. Because we've never taken a fancy Yeti to the gathering.
Right.
I feel like it's a waste of space because the Yeti is this big, but then the inside of the Yeti is this big. We've always taken like a generic Walmart yard sale cooler.
Right. And the only reason we ever ran out of ice in the one cooler was because the seal was on it was bad. But we've since gotten rid of that.
Yeah, but we still have like cold food.
Right.
And I feel like, I wanted to share some of those tips. And I wanted to share some of the food that we're packing. Because why is there floaters in your drain? Bro, that's so gross.
I don't know. Maybe it's pieces of my cheek, like skin. It's my DNA.
That's why I don't want to share drinks with you.
That's why I don't share drinks with you.
What? You didn't share a drink with me this morning?
Hey, you offered it to me.
So, I have a lot of food allergies. So that kind of makes our packing a little bit different.
Yeah.
And we're not packing anything that needs to be cooked. So, And then I want to do a video of our camp gear that we're taking. And if we have time, I'd like to do a video on our bathroom setup.
Yeah.
And how we shower and use the bathroom and everything at a campsite.
Well, it's something to keep in mind when you're doing some of these videos is once we get to the gathering, you can actually make a follow-up video.
No. Yeah, no, I'm doing a tour of our campsite.
I was going to say, I know you normally do, but...
I have vlogged every gathering that we went to, and I always do a tour of our campsite, and I always do concert footage, and I always, like, I think the first gathering I went to, I did, like, a day 1, day 2, day 3 videos. Kind of like that better, honestly. And then the last gathering that we went to together in southern Indiana, I think we just did like one big video. Yeah. But I think I was like short on storage space or something.
Yeah, we did get a smaller phone then. Yeah, now you got a big phone.
I think I want to do like the day 1, day... I don't know. And then I had an idea for another video where we're showing like what clothes we're packing, maybe. Like what outfits or like... You know, because I think that I've gotten a lot of suggestions. People want to see, like, our favorite T-shirts or our favorite merchandise or whatever. And I never really know how to incorporate that into something that's, like, on topic, you know? But this would be, like, relevant. It would show, like, the band T-shirts that we're planning to wear at the gathering. Because we had talked about matching. Mm-hmm. Like, one of the outfits is we both have a gathering shirt from Gathering 17, and mine's black and his is red, but they match. So kind of like correlating outfits like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That might be something if people want to see it.
Well, Gage, if you're going to bring raviolis, definitely come camp next to us, because I didn't even think about raviolis.
The thing is, I don't know. Then you got to bring some way to warm it up. And then you got to bring fuel to supply that thing to warm it up.
We actually bought all that. We have it. Remember we got
you got to pack it. It's something like...
Because we actually were planning last year. And then like as the lineup was revealed, we were like, I don't know if we want to go.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was like finances and stuff too. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess my thing, I'm not like against it, but I kind of am because every gathering I've been to, like, I'm hot. I don't want to eat hot food. I don't want chocolate. I don't want something hot. I don't want anything heavy like that. Like, I'm not going to be hot and, like, be like, you know what sounds good? Hot mac and cheese. Yeah. No. Like, I'm the type of person that when I get hot, I'm not even hungry.
Right.
Like, I'll have to, like...
Yeah, that's true. That's a good fair point because I'm like that, too.
Yeah.
If I'm eating a hot food, I don't...
No, but I mean, like, just in general, like, if I'm hot, temperature-wise, I'm not even hungry. Like, not even for, like, hot food. Like, for any food.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not packing, like, chocolatey things and, like, I don't know, like, heavy stuff, like peanut butter and mac and cheese. And I'm not packing that stuff because I'm not going to eat it. Yeah. I just know I won't. Because we talked about, too, doing, like, ravioli, mac and cheese, coffee, and bringing that skillet. But, like, we're not going to... You know how long it's going to take for that coffee to cool off? You're not going to want that.
True.
You'd be better off just buying iced coffee in a bottle, like, pre-made, and just sticking it in our cooler.
Ooh, I like where your head's at.
You know
Put that on our grocery list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gage said he's going to eat the ravioli out of the can like a savage.
Oh,
I can't do that. Yeah,
no,
you done lost me there,
please.
Gage. I got to at least do a Goofy movie style with the cigarette lighter.
Please, like, you just save that for at home. Go get you something good to eat, man.
There will be lots of food vendors, and I'm making it my personal goal to...
That's the other thing, dude. Like...
That's my personal goal is to not buy a single fucking piece of food vendor food.
That's going to be so hard.
Because at the super gathering, I would guess at least $200 on fucking food. It was ridiculous. Every morning I would hike up that long ass fucking hill. And if you've been there, you know, fuck that hill. Legend Valleys is nothing compared to Shimmer Forest. That hill sucked. I hiked my ass up there to go get me a fucking breakfast dish, and it was like, what was it, $8 for it? Something like that. It was expensive.
But here's my thing with the food vendors too. None of them have like taco salad or an ice salad, like cold salad or snow cone, or it's all like hot, heavy food. Like they had, like one guy had mashed potatoes and gravy, French fries. Like, I don't want that. I'm hot.
Right.
I don't want a hot potato fried and like greasy and like I'll puke. You know, I just don't. I'm not gonna eat that stuff.
So Gage said he saved all his money on food to buy merch. He ate peanut butter bread and canned ravioli all week last year, and took a huge bottle of iced coffee to Camp Zool, and it lasted him all weekend. I like the idea of the iced coffee. Like, I know you can get the concentrated brewed coffee, like cold brew.
No,
mix that in with cold water.
I'm just gonna buy you like the Dunkin' Donuts like pre-made thing.
I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a bottle.
No, I know you're talking about.
It's the concentrated cold brew, and you just mix it with water.
I know you're talking
and creamer.
I know you're talking about.
Actually, I think I'd like to go that route. Better.
I would rather go the route like just 4 or 5 bottles in the cooler, and then that kind of like limits your coffee intake.
Oh, don't limit my coffee intake. I need caffeine. It's the gathering. That's the one drug I take.
But you're gonna have Red Bull too, so you need to keep that in mind. Like, you can't hype yourself up and then hype yourself up and then hype yourself up. You know what I mean? Like one or the other.
I'll take an extra blood pressure pill.
No, we're not self-medicating like this. No, I just don't. I just don't barely even eat when I'm hot, let alone like hot, heavy foods.
Yeah.
But what we have packed, I feel like so far is pretty good.
Yeah. I do like the idea of the ravioli. I just don't know how I feel about eating it cold is my problem. But he said his car kept it warm, so maybe if we put it in the car, put it in the windshield of the car, and that'll kind of cook it.
It just made it worse somehow. I don't know how, but it just made it worse.
We did the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when we went to the gathering, and that did not satisfy my appetite, and I had to go get something. But since then, I actually had tried to cut out a lot of bread this year. So that's why I'm wanting to stay away from the food vendors. I don't want to get bread. I don't want to get a lot of greasy food. Because right now my digestive system's kind of screwed up, and I'm trying to get it right. That's why I'm taking the stool softeners.
You haven't decided what you wanted to pack for breakfast yet for the gathering, but I have. I'm just going to take crackers and the spray butter. No silverware needed. I just spray the cracker and I eat it. It's super simple. It's super easy.
I think we discussed cereal for me.
But then you got to pack lunch. You got to pack milk, and that's going to take up room in our cooler.
Well, we were going to get the little bottles.
That's going to take up room in our cooler.
Well, it's either that or I bring eggs. That's
Can't
usually what I have.
Like a breakfast bar, like a granola bar, breakfast bar?
No, those never satisfy me. Because we did that before, too. We would take the little granola bars, and I just, by day 2, I was so sick of granola bars. But I feel like if I actually took food that I eat kind of at home, like cereal...
Then you got to pack bowls and
one bowl,
milk.
because I'll reuse the same bowl.
You cannot.
I can, too.
Take
a little bit of water, rinse it out, splash it out, boom. It's ready for the next day.
That's milk. There's going to be bacteria all over that bowl.
It'll be all right.
In the hot heat, no, you can't.
Reusable a styrofoam bowl. 4 of them for each day. Tell me I'm not genius. Then we
talked about for lunch doing Colby Jack cheese.
Yeah.
The big cheese squares.
Slices, yeah.
And then just putting lunch meat and rolling it. Because that would be really light. There wouldn't be any breading with it.
Which Gage, we did that at the Twisted show. I'm sure you remember me rolling that up while we were playing games.
Or string cheese, or we have taking some snack bag size chips.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably take marshmallows. I actually enjoy stale marshmallows.
Yeah.
So I can take a bag of marshmallows and snack on it all week.
Puffcorn. That would be a good one to take. We love puffcorn.
Yeah, you could take puffcorn or something. Jerky stick, something like that. Yeah. We haven't figured out what we're going to take for dinner, though.
I think we talked about taking protein shakes, too, didn't we?
I'm having that for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not a breakfast person. I'm not going to eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the protein shake, and then about 10 o'clock, I'll have the crackers with butter. And then I'll have a really light lunch, and then I'll be fine.
That just made me realize, like, I feel like I'm sure you already have. You're the prepper, and I'm just not. I feel like I need to like actually sit down and think about and write down what I want to take.
This is why,
food-wise.
like, was it less than a month ago? I feel like we were sitting at our desk here, and I like trying to get you to make a list with me, and you didn't want to, and you were like, "It's so far away." Like, it's not though.
Well,
because we gotta go to the grocery store, and if they're out of something, we gotta you gotta pre-plan stuff.
Right. But I feel like with it being 2 weeks away now, I'm more inclined to like actually plan ahead.
Well, and I even like I overthinking too sometimes, because like I packed fruit gummies, like the little gummy things. That's not going to be substance. It's not going to like fill us up. But with being out in the heat and stuff, if you feel like your sugar's dropping, or you feel like kind of like, I don't feel good, those gummies, like, they pick you up.
Yeah. I think those fig bars would be good to take too.
I brought a different brand, but yeah, I got those packed up too.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I want to sit down and
then those little cups of applesauce, those little cups of peaches, they're great for the gathering because you're getting fruit and you're getting actual nutrients.
And they don't need to be refrigerated.
No, but I will.
Yeah. I'm just saying they don't need to be, so you can store them out, and then like the night before, put one in the cooler so it's nice and cool.
We always had that rule where we wouldn't open our cooler more than 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So if we are going in for drinks, we'll grab like applesauce or something and throw it in, and then grab our drink and then shut the lid, and Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And I know too, like both of the gatherings we went to, not only did I like barely eat, but I feel like I barely peed because it was so hot.
Okay, your body absorbed all the water. Yeah. Good.
You're just not gonna eat like what you would eat at home. Yeah. But I will say this, like I always pack extra food because one, you never know. This goes for like clothes too. You never know if you're gonna get broken down, and you gotta stay somewhere overnight or camp out in your car. But two, always bring extra food and water because you never know if another like Juggalo is going to need something.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to be like, oh my God, man, just take this water, just take this bag of chips. Like, no worries. You know, if you pack the bare minimum for you, and it's like this hoarding thing, you know, because you don't want to run out of food. But if you pack extra, then it's like, you know.
Right. That's kind of always been my philosophy with going to the gathering is take it. It's better to take more than what you need.
Yes.
Because it's better. It goes back to that. It's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. It's
like every year we went to the gathering, we pack shorts, but we take one pair of pants.
Yeah.
And there was one year, I'm pretty sure it was at Legend Valley when it rained.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It got
and
cold
it was
that
so
night.
fucking cold, and I was like, I am so glad that I packed one pair of pants and one hoodie.
Yeah.
Because it was cold.
Well, remember when I went to Whoopstock? I didn't take a blanket because I wasn't planning on being cold. And I had to we bought those tie-dye hoodies, and I had to open one up and actually put the fucker on because I was cold. Just to sleep. And I'm like, God damn.
Was it weird for you to camp by yourself without me?
It was. I didn't like it.
I'm honestly surprised, you even managed to pack half of what you did. But, I'm not surprised that you forgot a blanket because I'm the prepper, and you just show up and take credit for half of everything.
And I don't even think that
this motherfucker showed up to Mother's Day where I had gotten his mom the gift and the card and just showed up and took credit for it. And I was like, babe!
See, where
it's not even my mom!
But where my credit comes in is because I found you. That was the best gift, right? As a good daughter-in-law?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I think we both have our strengths, you know?
Yeah.
You have your strengths. They're just different than mine.
Yeah.
And I think that my strength is, planning and prepping. Yeah. And, I kind of take that role because I'm always overthinking everything.
I'm not a planner by any means. I'm somebody already has a plan, and then I'm like, oh, hey, why don't we do this? I'm the guy in the cake factory that's putting cherries on top. That's me. Every so often, I have really good ideas. The cherry on top.
Do you think that's kind of maybe too why we've attracted to each other? Because we're so much alike, but in the ways that we're not alike, that we're complete opposites, they actually balance each other. Like, what do you call that? Counter each other.
Yeah, I mean they say opposites attract. So
no, I'm not looking. I'm looking for a certain word. Like they go together good.
They complete each other.
But I don't feel like we're opposites because we're so much alike.
You complete me.
Like I feel like we're so much alike, but there are a few things that we are not alike in, and those things are like complete opposites. It's not like there's no in the middle. It's like either we are both here or we're here. Yeah. But I feel like those I can't. What is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Like balance, go together good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know the word either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gage. Indiana's the same way. Like,
what?
He said that Ohio is wild. It could be fucking 40 degrees by nighttime or stay 90 the whole time.
And
which I've peeked at the forecast right now, which obviously is going to change. It's looking like low 80s, high 70s for the gathering, and I'm all for it because I hate the fucking heat.
So I remember
synergy. Is that what you're looking for? The word synergy?
No. It's like
yin and yang, like
yeah, but what I'm looking for a specific word that's in my head. I just can't communicate it to my mouth to get out.
Zen?
No. It's like they balance each other. They counter each other.
I don't know.
It's like
is it a scientific term?
It's like salsa and sour cream. They
complement?
Yes, compliment. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. So, the first gathering we went to, we took a sheet to sleep with, which was what we slept with most of the time. But there was one night that I actually slept in my sleeping bag because I was so fucking cold. And I was so glad I brought it because that thing, like, is the only thing that kept me warm. So this year, I'm, like, debating because the last year that we went together, we also took sheets.
Oh, I should contagious. Stop it.
And blankets. And the blankets just like got wet and stuff because condensation.
And sweat. My sweat.
No, it was condensation because remember the whole tent had condensation on the ground.
Yeah.
And the blankets would get wet, and then we had trouble drying out these thick blankets during the day.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe sleeping bag again because my sleeping bag is like that polyester kind of feeling. Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, yes, take the sheets like we talked about, but take the sleeping bag in case it gets like super cold or something.
Which, I mean, there's also rain in that forecast, and that's going to cool it off at night, I think.
Yeah, and I kind of want to take those button blankets. Yeah. I kind of want to take that too, or something like really thick and warm like that, and we could just keep it in the car and get it if we need it. Like, if we have room, we should pack it.
Agreed. Because again, if you got the space for it,
we've like gathered on air mattress. We've gathered on the ground.
Yes.
Which that's when that condensation happened, and it was just not a good like sleeping on the ground like that. It was just not. It did not work. Like there was just every morning everything was wet. Like the whole ground was wet. The blankets on us were wet. And it just took forever to dry out. And then this year, we're thinking about trying cots.
Oh, those cots are going to be
that
nice.
Are like up off the ground. So my thought process is we only really need one blanket because if it gets really cold one night, we can just scoot our cots next to each other and share that blanket. We'll still each have our own sheets.
Right.
And I'll still have my sleeping bag. But even if we just take my sleeping bag, we can unzip my sleeping bag and cover us both up.
Right.
So it's just, there's options. But like you said, sorry, I would rather take an extra blanket if we have room and not need it. Wish we have it.
Which we got that bag.
I just can't believe you didn't take a blanket when you didn't take a sheet or anything.
I didn't even take a pillow, remember?
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Why did you not pack a pillow?
I believe I had a sheet to cover the bed, but I forgot my blanket. I didn't take a blanket, and I forgot a pillow.
Oh my god.
And then I remember when we went down to Shimmer Forest, we forgot pillows. We actually stopped at Walmart and got pillows.
Did you have trouble sleeping without a pillow like that?
Kind of. I dug out. I remember I took the hoodie out and was using that. The plastic sucked, but it was a pillow.
I wish I could have went with you. I so regret that.
Right.
Not only that, like I missed you when you were gone too. But I so wish I could have went with you so bad. I so regret that. Every time I see your stupid shirt or your stupid booklet or your stupid lanyard, I'm just like, I wish I could have went. I truly regret it. I really do.
It's a good time.
I'd go back and do it over again in a heartbeat.
And it would have been your favorite theme because of the mushrooms.
I know, right?
Like the hippie.
I know. And like that's what like.
Yeah. It's a good year. It's a good year.
It was, and I missed it. It sucks, but I'm looking forward to this year.
I am too. Because it's also another thing that you really like, aliens.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking forward to going with you and having fun.
Yeah. And
camping. I love camping. Like when I was at work and I was talking to the girls about like summer plans and stuff, I had said like, oh, we go to I just said we go to this music festival. It's outdoors. It's like 4 or 5 days and you camp and everything. And they all were like outside? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, without electricity? They looked at me like it made me feel like such a freak, like such a weirdo. Because they were all like, oh my God, I could never.
But you know what?
No way. Like, I would never. 4 or 5 days out? No. I'm thinking it's going to be like 6 days because we're going to go down early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not that big. I love camping. And like, this place is nothing compared to the camping that we've done like out in the woods. Where it's like coyotes and stuff. Like, this is nothing compared to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally sleeping in your tent and you can hear a coyote walk by. Like, that's like a whole nother level of camping.
Right.
This is nothing to that. And
but see, those are survival skills we have that they don't.
No, but it kind of like solidified that, I guess, that fear of like, I just don't fit in with that group.
Yeah.
The group that I work with, I don't fit into. I just feel like such an outcast, such a freak, such a weirdo.
Yeah.
Because they're into like all these things that I'm not into.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like
going to the tanning salon and going to Starbucks.
Yes. They're really into like getting their eyelashes done, their nails, tanning, shopping, drinking.
And you're like, I like to paint my face. Does that count?
No, I just feel like such an outcast, I guess.
Have had that happen a lot. Like my last, not my last job before, And usually when people would just give you a hard time, I would always be like, good. I want to be weird and unique.
Yeah.
To quote Tech 9, I knew I would never fit in, so it was my duty to make sure I stood the fuck out.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. It's just something I kind of felt like that all year. Because I just started this job this last year. I've only been there for a year, not quite a year, and I felt like that from the beginning, like, not my vibe. And like I really, really, really tried to bond with these girls, but there's just nothing that we can bond over. Like they're all into country music and makeup and drinking and just stuff that I'm not into. I really have felt like I really tried my best and it's just not. And so when we were starting to talk about summer plans and like the way that they like, oh my God, ew, no way. I would never. It just was kind of like, everybody was sharing their plans and it was my turn to share. And I'm really fucking excited that we're going to go to the gathering this year. So I was like, oh man, I'm so excited because like my last job, we both worked in the same department, so the gathering, like, that was a challenge to even both get that time off.
Right.
You know, it's always been an issue. And this year it's not because we work at different places now. And I'm like, I was genuinely so excited, and I just felt like these are just not friends.
Right. Definitely coworkers. I kind of turned it into like they're putting themselves up in that situation. They're putting themselves above you almost. Like, ew, you would go camping outside with no electricity.
Yeah.
I would kind of twist it on myself of, well, if the world goes to shit, I know where you guys are going to come crawling to. You're going to come crawling to my tent. Don't come knocking on my tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Gage. They sound lame.
Yes. And it's all like 2 of them are single, so all you ever hear about is this boy, and they met this boy at the bar, and it didn't work out. Like, surprise, you know, you met him at the bar and have only known him for 3 days, and you're surprised it didn't work out. Like, you took him home because you thought he was cute, not because you actually liked him, and you're surprised that now that you actually know his personality.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what happens when you take someone home just by looks.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, it's literally, like, it's like meeting him at a bar and then complaining that he drinks too much.
Yeah.
You met him at the bar.
Right.
What do you expect?
Right. Like, what were you expecting?
I swear, it's like one of my pet peeves. I mostly see women do it. I don't know why. I'm not like saying that only women do it, but it's just what I've observed. Like, they'll meet a guy at church and be like, he's too religious for me. Y'all met at like an after activity church thing.
Right.
And now it's a problem? I don't know. Do you ever notice like guys do that to women?
Kind of. You know? I feel like maybe not in the same situation like that.
Like maybe like cheating, maybe? Like they get a girl by getting her to cheat on her main man.
Well, like,
and then they like get mad when she cheats on them, and I'm like, but y'all were cheating. Like, that's how you got her.
Or a really good familiar one would be like they are driven and drawn to the girl that always dresses skimpy, always does her makeup up, always dresses well. But now that you're with her and she's still doing that and getting all these guys drooling over her, you have an issue with that. It's like, it's what she did to draw you in. Like,
you're saying, like, they'll be like, oh, that's too low cut, don't wear that.
Yeah.
But it's like, she was wearing that shit when you met her.
Right.
And now you want to, I get that.
So, I guess it's in that way, that's similar, yeah.
I mostly notice, like, women complaining about things like that. And it's such a pet peeve of mine. Like, it's like, he showed you who he was when you met him, and now it's an issue?
Right.
No. Like, I don't get it. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Because it's like, I don't want to hear about it, is what it is. Like, if you met him at a bar, please don't complain to me about his drinking and that he's at the bar every weekend.
Right.
You fucking knew that when you got in a relationship with him. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
If it's a deal breaker, then leave. Like, I think that people want different advice from me, and my advice is always, so what you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You gonna stay with him and shut up, or are you gonna leave?
Yeah, they just wanted to vent and you listen. Yeah. Yep.
Like, if it was a deal breaker, then when you leaving? But yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you seen? I don't even know if I should like bring this up, but in the Gathering Facebook group, multiple times I have seen people posting like their boyfriend application or
like looking for like a wife or a girlfriend or looking for someone
right.
to the Gathering.
Do you think that there's like this myth, especially for people who've not been to the Gathering, this like expectation that like they're going to go to the Gathering and meet the love of their life?
I've actually heard 2 myths. Because I would say that, yes, that is the first myth of, like, people fall in love at the Gathering. I would say that does happen, but I think the expectation of going there and you're going to leave with the love of your life is not true at all. I think going to the gathering, you're definitely likely to leave with friends. You're likely to leave with homies if you exchange numbers and shit.
Like virtual though. Like that's
Right.
the thing to keep in mind. Like this ain't a local event. Like
the other myth that
if you met the love of your life but you found out they live like 10 states away, would that not be like just soul crushing to be like, I found my love of my life, but we can't be together.
Like I live in Maine and they live in
do you know how heartbreaking that would be? Like what if they have kids or something and they can't move?
Right.
And you can't move. Like
yeah. Another myth that I had always heard, and this one kind of swings two different ways for me, I think, and the myth that I hear is that you don't get laid at the gathering. Like there are people that'll say, "Don't go to the gathering expecting to get laid." You're not.
No, because it's too fucking hot. Nobody wants to have sex.
Right, it's too hot. You're too tired. They're too
hot
distracted.
ravioli.
But I would also say that there's a lot of drug activity and drinking, so it's not impossible. But yeah, those are the two myths that I.
But like, is that your soulmate if you're both drunk?
No. Oh no.
You know
That's just definitely a hookup.
No.
And it's because you guys are.
I do think it is like this myth or something because I heard a lot of things before I went to my first gathering and it was not what I expected. Like I've never even been hit on at the gathering. Like it's not like that. Like people aren't just. It's not like from my experience, people have their cliques, and they're hanging out with their cliques. And if you're not a part of that clique,
right,
you're probably not going to hang out. Now, that's not saying if you see someone who's like super cute, and you're like, I gotta go meet this person. Like, yeah, that can happen. I'm just saying my experience at the gathering was very like people were hanging at their own camp areas. Like it wasn't, and in the environments like at the concerts and stuff where you are around a lot of people, it's loud. Like you're not talking. Yeah. So I kind of feel like, I don't think we have met we haven't met and made friends at the gathering.
No. Usually
like, we didn't
always
leave,
go
with 3 new friends.
Right. We always meet people there. The only exception would be Mac and Hose. But that was also because he did YouTube at one point in time and CPN knew him. So when we were hanging out with Beastmaster and Panic and CPN and then Mac and Hose was there.
We're not friends with them. We don't talk and stuff.
Well, there for a while we did. Like that would be the only time I would say we did technically kind of meet and make a friend at the gathering.
I wouldn't count that.
So
I literally haven't talked a single word to any of those guys after the gathering.
I'm just saying, like, Mac and Hose was someone we met at the gathering and then had a friendship for some time after the gathering.
Yeah.
That would be the exception.
Because when we seen him at the game convention, he came up and said hi to us and everything.
Oh, you're thinking of not Slim One.
Oh, yeah.
But we knew him before. I knew him before that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about Mac and Hose. The one that has the, like...
Oh, no. I know you're talking about. He's got all the tattoos.
Yeah, he's got the big tattoo that says Fat Kid across his chest.
But you know what? When we went to the gathering in southern Indiana, we didn't really get to see him for more than just a couple minutes.
That's true.
We didn't go back to his campsite and hang out.
Right.
It was like, hi guys, hi, bye. Like
that was it. That was the point where we were already drifting apart. So.
But I just think that was kind of like this myth or like this, that people kind of portray online, and then when you actually go, that was something that from my first gathering I was kind of like, oh, this isn't what I expected. Yeah. It wasn't like a bunch of people just hanging out.
Yeah, everyone has like their cliques, their friends, their groups that they're there with. Now, one thing I do want to clarify when people say it's like going home, it is a very warm and welcoming environment. Yeah. You by day 2, day 3, you don't even care if you look like shit. You don't really care like if your hair's messed up because like you're among other people that they're not going to judge you. They're just there to have fun and be with friends and be with family.
Well, you're going to see people fatter than you, taller than you, shorter than you, more scars than you, more skin conditions than you. Whatever your insecurity is, big nose, big ears. You're gonna see someone with, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
The one thing too I noticed, and this has been at every Juggalo event, like even at concerts, I have never ever had like a situation where I felt like my car was gonna get broken into or I was gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
I've never had a guy make me uncomfortable, like in like a creepy, like out to like do harm kind of way. I've never had any of that. Like when we're at the gathering, like I've always just felt like everyone's so like, you know, hi, how's it going? Like we just pass each other and you like everyone's like just cool and like cordial.
Now that being said, I would still recommend locking your shit up.
Well, yeah.
But a lot of people remember the Juggalo justice, and they remember, you know, thieves are not really, they're frowned upon.
Yeah,
Don't
but I'm
steal
just saying,
shit.
like, Juggalos themselves as a whole, like, even at concerts, not just gatherings, I've never even, like, felt like, oh my god, this person followed me to the parking lot, or oh my gosh, this person, like, keeps eyeing me. Like, I've never, ever had anything like that.
Right.
I don't think I've ever felt, like, safer than around a bunch of Juggalos, because I just feel like they're going to have my back, and, like, they're not going to let something happen to me.
Right. Chief Zolgan, no, I've actually never had somebody directly shout out to me. They were heckling on their megaphone, but I never had somebody like walk up to me and go show me your butthole. Which I will say, since I use a bidet, day one of the gathering is the time to see my butthole. That's going to be the cleanest
thing. Should I
be
yelling it at you at the gathering?
You should not. I will take you to the tent and show you my butthole.
I don't want to see it.
If you really want to fucking see my butthole.
No, I see it enough. Trust me.
If you really want to tongue punch my fart box, we can do that too.
Never. I have literally never had 1 ounce of like, you know what I want to do today?
I want to toss his salad.
You know what I haven't done? I want to put on a bucket list.
Okay.
You haven't either, have you?
What, licked your butthole?
You never tossed someone salad?
No, I never have.
Okay then.
I can't say it's really a desire I have either.
Shame.
I'll do yours if you do mine.
No.
Like freshly showered.
Nope.
Fucking
nope.
stick a scrub brush up the rectum and really get it good and clean.
And dry.
And dry. You wouldn't lick my butthole? If I had an incurable terminal disease, not incurable, but if I had a terminal disease and the only way to get rid of it was to lick my butthole, you wouldn't lick my butthole?
If it was severely exfoliated and dry, like blown dry, like with the air, like a hair dryer, to save your life, yes, I would.
Oh.
Or for like a lot of money, I would do it.
Oh, you do it for money? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I feel a lot better now.
I would for like a lot of money though.
That's so sweet. You're too kind.
You know, to provide for us, of course.
Yeah. So every week, lick my butthole.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay for that?
I'll pay you.
How does that make sense? You pay me and I'll put it back in our joint account.
Hey, you're getting paid for it.
No, that's a trap.
Look how cute she is. Doing okay down there, Puddin'? That's, yeah, okay.
We got an elderly dog having some issues.
Yep.
And she's just getting old and just kind of is at that point where we're starting to think about next steps and what is the plan and how far we're going to take things and how long we're going to let things go. And, you know, she's 13, so we've been talking a lot about her pain management. Like, at what point are we like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Enough is enough. Because our main focus is we don't want her to be in pain.
Right. So
right now, like, the medicine she's on, if we give her any more, it could do, like, kidney damage and stuff. So it's just, like, a lot to think about. Like, what do we do? You know, she's 13.
Yeah.
And my main focus is I would rather over-medicate her and her not be in pain. I don't want her to be in pain.
Get a little grim there. We went from
Oh my gosh.
tossing salads.
Everyone send him super chats. Now this would be a lot of money. This isn't gonna be like $5. Like
No. $1 super chats open now. For every super chat, she's gonna take one lick of my butthole.
No.
Live on camera.
For a lot of money, I would consider doing like that.
Hey, I have over 4,000 subscribers. If every one of them did $1,
maybe like an OnlyFans thing. You get kicked off of YouTube if you do it on YouTube. But okay.
Oh, they're not gonna see like any details. They're just gonna see my ass cheek.
So let's just hypothetically, like OnlyFans or something, right? Maybe one lick for like 1,000.
One lick for 1,000?
Yeah.
Like from one person or collective? Like if everybody chipped in and paid 1,000.
I don't know because I'm not on OnlyFans. But from my assumption, how it works is it's like let's say I did have an OnlyFans, you would pay me a certain amount for a certain video, then I would make the video for you, and it would be like sent just to you.
Okay.
So for everyone who wants a lick, they would have to send 1,000, and then we would make that video, and then they would have that copy.
Okay, so after tonight, a new membership tier will be unlocked on the channel.
Oh my god, no.
For $10 a month until we reach $1,000.
Bro.
Once we reach $1,000, Megs will lick my butthole. We will record it and send all the members who donated the clip.
Nobody gonna donate that. Ain't nobody. No one's gonna want to see that.
I don't know. When we started talking about that, we went from like 10 viewers to 15. So I'm just saying, maybe people are like, oh, I think they might be. I'm gonna go see what they're talking about.
Okay, like let's think about this for a minute. Do you think if we did make it OnlyFans, anyone would even want to see anything? Like honestly.
Like people subscribe to my channel? Probably not. But other people? Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Harry butthole gets licked.
That could be our whole thing.
Your butthole is hairy. That's why I said it has to be dry.
When Harry Met Sally, the movie, you're Sally and I'm Harry, spelled Hairy. Right. Harry getting his butt licked. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Let's do it. Let's just do one and see how much money we can make.
Seriously?
You're seriously thinking about it, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I could quit my job. We could just do OnlyFans. Maybe I do Minecraft YouTube part-time.
If this is going to be our moneymaker, you have to be prepared. People are going to want other things inserted in your butt.
As long as it won't be painful, I would be open to it.
Because, if people are into hairy buttholes, it's going to be you that they want to see, not me. So they're going to want to see, like fetish stuff, like a butt plug or, like, a pin.
Golden showers.
Yeah, something on your butthole.
Oh, you peeing on my hairy butthole?
Yeah, they're gonna want to see more of your hairy butthole. That's what they're gonna want. So just be prepared. Like if you start this, they're gonna want to see like candy in your butt. They're gonna want to see like fetish stuff like that.
I got it. So we will name the OnlyFans when Harry Met Sally, okay? And then each video is titled like this: she licked his butthole. She put a bottle up his butt. Like title it like that, so that the name of the channel follows the video.
Jumped. Oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? When Harry Met Sally.
Follow the movie, not the video.
Yeah, the video links to the title of the channel or the OnlyFans.
No, I get
when
it
Harry
now.
Met Sally, she finger fucked him. When Harry Met Sally, he came in her pussy. I don't, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's how we would do it.
You're just like jumping everywhere.
Because I can't think that quick on my feet, so I have to very quickly. So the first thing that comes to mind, just throw it out there.
You make the channel, and you can make like a little thing that says like your hopes and dreams for the channel, where you're hoping to go with it. You just see how many people you get interested.
Is there something new? Mine's not loaded.
No?
Okay. I don't know if there's something you're seeing that I'm not, because you like looks right at your screen. We've been going for hour and 45 minutes. What do you think?
Yeah, I say call it.
Should call it? I'm getting hot. I'm ready to kick the fan on. I'm getting all sweaty talking about my butthole getting licked.
What about my butthole? What does my butthole get out of this arrangement?
We could do your butthole too. When Harry met Sally, he licked her butthole. I'm telling you, it's a genius theme. It's a well executed theme.
I mean, maybe you could do like a survey and see who would be interested.
Well, we'll have to go find like a Reddit for porn or something to find out from there. All right. Alrighty then. Oh, we're gonna wrap this up. You have anything else you'd like to say?
Not on that note. No, not really.
On that note. But yeah, the gathering's less than 2 weeks away. I'm excited. She's excited. We're prepping. So again, be on the lookout for those videos.
Oh, those videos
what
are going to
we're
be
packing,
on
what
my
we're taking.
channel.
They will be on her channel. Link is in the description to go subscribe to her if you are not.
Maids with a Z, Diamond
with a capital D.
So yeah, we're going to make some gathering prep videos.
Yep. Packing, what we're taking.
And I did want to say too, if you see us at the gathering, come say hi.
And,
don't be scared.
I've actually told some people, like already put out there that like if I seem weird socially, it's because I'm an introvert.
It's just you come say hi. Come say hi to me, okay?
Yeah, go say hi to her.
Because I like legit, we've like went to concerts and stuff, and then like people have messaged like privately, like, "Oh, I seen you." I'm like, "Why didn't you come say hi? Come say hi. Come give me a hug. I will hug you. I'm a hugger. Come give me a hug. Come get a picture. Let's hang out for a little bit."
Yeah, it's the gathering of the Juggalos, and it could easily be the gathering of the Huggalos. Come on.
I don't know. I get it.
Yeah.
I remember like when we first like at the game convention like got like really close to like Jump Steady. I was like, "Oh my god, that's Jump Steady," and you're like, "Don't fangirl." I'm like, "I want to go say hi." They're like, "Don't do that." And I'm like, it crushed me because like that was my opportunity for us to go up and say hi to Jump Steady and be like, "Dude, I love the game, love playing it."
Yeah. Now, I would say now, if I see him, I'm totally walking up to him and be like, "Hey, man, what's up with Into the Echo Side expansions? We need, like, booster packs. Every time an album comes out, booster packages available where it has, like, 5 or 6 cards in it." If they do that, though, they'll have to introduce a new crew because, like, the psychopathic crew, there's no new cards they could add, really.
That one concert we went to at the game convention that was at a separate venue, remember? It was like 2 nights. That one night, Big Hoodie like walked right by me, and I was like, "Is that Big Hoodie?" I about fainted. Like he walked right by me, and I was just like speechless. I couldn't think of one word to say.
Yeah, and
I was just like in shock.
Didn't we see Sugar Slam, or was that Crazy and his girl?
No, yeah, I seen her. She was out in like the separate lobby.
Yeah.
But we also seen her at the wrestle rap thing. And I was just like, "Oh my god, there's Sugar Slam."
Yeah.
Couldn't think of a word to say. Just like in awe of like how close we actually were to each other.
Yeah. It's hard to like just when you bring that curtain down and you realize they're another person, it's kind of like, it's weird, right?
Well, yeah, I don't want to invade their space. And that's the thing, like, and even like the Twisted show that we went to, ABK was there, and I would love to, it was after the show, he was just like standing there talking, and I really wanted to go up to him, say something, maybe get a picture, but I was like, this is his time.
Yeah. And
he probably gets that so much. I don't want to bug him.
What would probably mean the most to him, because I did this at the gathering in Shimmer Forest down in southern Indiana, was it was one of the mornings I was heading up to go get breakfast. He was on a golf cart, like driving around, and he was stopped talking to somebody. I simply just walked by. I said, "Hey, Killa, I love tampon juice. It's really great." He's like, "Oh, hey, thanks." That was it. Yeah. Then I went on my way. That way you get to interact with them, you get a story out of it, and you get to like just show them love because you appreciate what they do.
I think I'm always like so afraid of like bugging them because like they get it so much.
Yeah.
Like ABK can't go anywhere after a concert like that and not get recognized.
Right.
Like at that venue, he can't even go to the bathroom. He can't, you know what I mean?
Can't even go take a shit.
Well, I think the other thing too is your brother had a really bad interaction with him, or says he did.
Something about, I don't remember the full details of it. It was something
He,
about.
like, no, he said he like snuck behind stage or something, or like it was like a VIP thing, or it was something. He like snuck behind stage or whatever, and ran into him somewhere backstage or something, and he was just like you know, hey killer, what's up or whatever, just like casually, and that apparently he like snapped on him and was like, you're not supposed to be back here. What are you doing? Get away! Like super annoyed, like he had been hounded all day long or something, you know. And
well,
like
not only that, but he's in work mode too. Like
so that I wasn't there, so I don't know the truth of the story. But that's always kind of been in the back of my mind since then. Like, I don't want to bug him like that, you know? When we went to the gathering at Shimmer Forest, he was working the booth. His booth.
Yeah.
But he wasn't working it. He was, like, sitting in the back of the booth, and he had somebody else working the booth. And I really wanted to go up and say something, but he just looked like he was in such a bad mood. And I was like, I ain't even gonna bother him.
It was day one. He was probably tired. Yeah.
Like it was my opportunity to like be like, hey, I really like this album. Like, but I was like, no, I just don't want to bug him.
Right. And for me, also too, like by the time we went to the DCG Con, I had already had enough subscribers and had ran into people and had people tell me like, oh, they love my channel and like give me a lot of praise like that. And I'm like, I'm literally just some guy that loves this music and loves talking about it. And for me, that was kind of a sobering reality to be like, that's probably what it's like for them.
No, for me, everybody always asks me to take your guys' picture. They're always like, I'm just some random bystander. Will you take our picture?
I still think it was hilarious, though, at the show I went to back in December in Louisville. And Coma was there with me. Like, we've been homies for years. Yeah. And one of the guys came up and he's like, hey, can you take our picture? Took our picture. He's like, you know who this is? This is DCFAYGOGUY. And I'm like, awkwardly sitting there because I'm like, this is Coma. This is my homie from like years ago.
He probably thought Coma was just some random guy at the concert.
Yeah, I think so. I just thought that was funny because I was like, as soon as he walked by, I was like, I don't think he realizes. See,
and when people do that to me, I'm just like, yeah, well, guess who gets to ride him at night? Like, that's what I think. I'm like, yeah, I know who this is.
Guess who gets to toss the salads?
But you know, I think that a lot of like your fans or whatever don't even know who I am. So,
oh, they know who you are.
Then why are they always like, can you take a picture with me in DC? And I'm like, yep.
I think it's because
sure, get over to the left a little bit.
I think it's because not a lot of them watch everything I do. Yeah. They like watching ICP reviews or they like watching the Twisted reviews. They don't watch Juggalo Talk where you're here. You know what I mean? They don't watch the vlogs where we're together. They watch this album review or they watch this My 2 Cents video or they watch this What You Thinking About. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like if you see us at a concert or a gathering, like come say hi.
Say what's up.
Come high five us.
Yeah, high five. Cha. All right.
But I can't pal five right now.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are heading to the gathering, I hope you have a safe trip, safe travels. If you're not heading to the gathering, I hope you have.
Don't text and drive. Wear your helmet.
If you're riding a bike. I mean, I guess if you're driving your car, you can wear your helmet too. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. So, but yeah, if you're heading to the gathering, have a safe trip. If you're not heading to the gathering, have a good time at home, I guess.
Gage says that he bumped into Big Hoodie at the gathering.
Yeah, he said he was really cool.
I really like Big Hoodoo.
Yeah, Hoodoo strikes me as a down-to-earth kind of person.
But here's the thing. I really like Light, too.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, so disappointed that Big Hoodoo's not going to be at the gathering performing.
I know. We were talking about that.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, I know.
And he's another one. So underrated. When we seen him at Shimmer Forest, there was like nobody there.
I know.
I got front row. I was in the mosh pit and nobody was even like touching me anywhere near me. That's how like empty it was. And it just made me like sad because I was like, he's such a good artist and like just not. How do I say this nicely? I don't feel like whoever's marketing him is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like they need to market him more.
Well, and I mean, this could be a topic for another day or whatever, but I also feel like the climate has changed a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's Ouija's fault. I'm just saying the climate in general is just changing.
Okay, but if they're both on psychopathic, why aren't they not getting equal marketing?
Yeah.
Why last year's gathering was Big Hoodoo like super late in the night
On the second stage. Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Why?
And now he's not even there.
They should have put him not only on the main stage. I say from a marketing perspective, they should have put him before ICP. Because people are going to show up for ICP and they're going to show up early to get a good spot. And people who don't even know who Big Hoodoo is are going to hear his music that way, and they might buy his merch and his CDs and help support him. That's what should have been done.
I think Big Hoodoo needs to go sign with Light's label now. Monstar?
Yeah.
I think they're making some waves and they're about to make some bigger waves.
We went to Lights Out last year.
Yeah. And he was there backstage. He just didn't perform because, somebody put him in his place. And maybe that's why he's not performing. Maybe Big Hoodoo got in Big Doo-Doo. Plus, he was on Buckshot's
Save that
album.
for OnlyFans.
Plus, he was on a Buckshot album with many artists. Like, not on the song, but you know what I mean? Like, he was on a Buckshot. I'm not saying that's why. I'm just speculating. But I mean,
you're just saying it's
history. History has kind of shown, you rub elbows with certain folks. We done with ya. You need to kiss our ass and only our ass.
Hoodoo got in some doo-doo. I think you're right.
Big Hoodoo got in big doo-doo. Yep.
Big Hoodoo got in big doo-doo.
And on that note, for the third time, let's wrap this up. If you're heading to the gathering, have a safe travel. Have a safe trip. And if we see you there, come say hi. If I'm awkwardly weird, I'm just an introvert. Don't mind me. But anyway, final thoughts, final words. Safe travels. Alrighty. Thank you, y'all. We will see you guys next time.